Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. My name is Grace. I'm super excited today to share something with you, something which is very important and very interesting, something I find very useful, and I feel it's important for me to share with you guys. I just found this book and it was so interesting to just sit down and to read this book. This book has so inspired me, and it's so loaded with so much virtue in it that I decided I was going to share this with you guys. This book has, for the period of time I've read this book, it has given me a lot of reasons to just sit back and reflect. I've had a lot of things to just reflect about, and to see how, as much as possible, I can apply some of the lessons, some of the morals I've found in this book to my own personal life, and I felt it would be kind and nice to just share some with you, and hopefully it's of use to you as situations may present themselves to you from time to time. I'm talking about this book by Viktor Frankl. This book here by Viktor Frankl, Man's Search for Meaning. The book is basically about the story of the Nazi concentration camp, during the Second World War, where in Auschwitz, in Dachau, some of the concentration camps where people were just arrested and taken to and just locked up there and subjected to hard labor. They had to work. It talks about gross malnutrition. The camp, the living conditions in the prison generally were even very unhygienic and uninhabitable. They had to live in huts, and then because food is very vital to the human body and to maintain health, and a lack of it can result in obviously diseases and breakdown of our systems. So he also talked about issues of diseases and ultimately death. Some people died out of hunger, starvation and stuff. So as I read through this book, I just kept trying to empathize with people who had these experiences, and just try to see how much man can sometimes degenerate and decide to be so inhuman and treat the other as less human than he is. I was just wondering, why is there so much inhumanity in the world today? People just do certain things to be, which shouldn't be. You begin to wonder why. You begin to ask questions. Why? What? Why? And sometimes we can't just find the reasons to the whys. You hear of bombings, you hear of abductions, you hear of murder and stuff. It's just so disheartening, guys. And for me, I've been wondering. Most times I just try to imagine a world where we live and everybody is so happy and there are no incidences of evil and everybody's just happy, guys. I think if it were possible for us to live like that, I think the world would be so much of a better place for everyone. Reading through this book, there were some things he shared, just their daily interactions, and for him personally, how he was able to pull through some of the condition they were subjected to, utter deprivation of everything we take for granted, life, just the freedom of movement, of interaction, and the freedom to just be yourself. Those are some of the things that they were denied basically, and they were just subjected to the dreary routine of just camp life. And at the end of the day, some people who could not hold the fort died, and some, what he said in this book is some died not because of necessarily because of starvation or disease. Some died because of a lack of hope, a lack of the inner will to just hold on, because they had given up. When you reflect over these things, you begin to wonder that, can we be more kind to each other as human beings? It would be so much better if we express kindness to others, and express love. I think love is so important, and I think love is one of the virtues that, if as humans we imbibe and make it our lifestyle, and just interact with people we love, interact in the society, and just express love, so much of this evil that is going on in the world today will not be there. He talked about how he was able to express some acts of love and kindness towards other prisoners, even while they were in prison. As a doctor, he was in charge of, like, providing medical care to some of the inmates who fell sick while in camp. And it struck me because himself was an inmate, and he also was subjected to the same conditions that these other inmates who fell sick were subjected to. He suffered starvation, and he was malnourished, and he was sapped of his strength, but he was still able to express that love towards others, just acts of service towards others, and he was moved by compassion towards them. So it was something I also reflected on, that irrespective of our circumstances, sometimes we are much better than others, and if sometimes we just learn to look past our own circumstances, we learn to look past our own situations, and just reach out to others in as much as possible. It's going to make so much of a difference. Just a little act of kindness here and there, you never can tell what impact you'll be making in someone else's life, and just lighten up someone's day. And there were also some things he talked about that stood out for me. He calls them weapons of soul preservation, and basically he mentioned 3 of them, which I felt they are so salient and I should share with you as well. The first of which is love. He talked about love, and for him, all the while he was in this prison with all the deprivation and everything, love was what kept him going, by reaching out to others, and then by just conjuring the images of his loved ones and the memories he shared with his loved ones, and he would just recline into himself, into that place of solitude, and just converse with his loved ones, even though they were not present there. But that gave him a kind of inner strength to carry on, and it gave him the hope that he was going to be reunited with his loved ones eventually, even though the day was uncertain, and he really couldn't even tell how or when. But he just knew that somehow he was going to be reunited to them, and this gave him that inner strength, that courage to pull through. And there was something he said. He said, love is the ultimate and highest goal to which man can aspire. And that stood out for me. Like, if we love, if as human beings we aspire to just be the epitome of love, like, let our lives express love, let our lives be living proofs of love for ourselves, love for the people around us, love for the world generally. We wouldn't conceive of evil thoughts or evil ideas, things to do to others, things we wouldn't want people to do to us, we wouldn't do to others, just because we love them and we love ourselves. And he demonstrated that basically from his narration in the book. He reached out to others in love, and the love of his loved ones, just kept him going. We see the power of love to preserve, the power of love to uplift one, even in the direst of situations. He also said that the salvation of man is through love, and in love. There's so much evil going on already in the world, guys. I cannot emphasize this enough. And the only salvation, basically the only way we are going to get past through this, it seems to mean that it's only through love. Like I've been saying, if we love people, we love the world, we love ourselves, and we love the people we interact with, not just our family members, a random person out there that you do not know. you see this person in need, and you reach out to this person, you demonstrate love towards this person. With time, it's a ripple effect, because there's this thing about reaping what you sow. And if we show people we love and care towards them, eventually there's tendency to also imbibe the attitude of love towards others, and eventually evil would be minimized, at least so I think. And then there's something else. One of the second weapons of soul preservation he mentioned was art. As they were in camp and it was restricted, there was no movement outside, and basically life was just on a standstill, save the fact that they were subjected to hard labor on a daily basis, and they had to work and then return back to their huts, basically. So during, he talked about some, from time to time, the one of the huts was like improvised in like a cabaret, like just a nightclub, like a nightlife, where they just went and sat there to laugh, to cry, basically just to forget their pain. And in this place there was he talked about poems, he talked about songs, he talked about jokes. Just somehow those things offered a respite, even though temporary. It was worth the while. The time they spent there refreshed them and just helped them get over some of the evil treatments they were receiving in the camp, and it just revived them and gave them the strength to keep moving. And I think this also is applicable to us. There are times as human beings, as individuals, that life presents some situations to us that are so not cool, so to say, and sometimes even to find a strength or something to just help us go through those situations seem difficult, and I feel like if as human beings, when such situations present themselves to us, when we find ourselves in such circumstances, finding just something that is of interest to you, something that just helps you get through or get over some of the negative situations around us will help us. Some people find solace in music, some people just by taking a walk, some people just some random things that just help you get over some of those seemingly negative situations that we find ourselves in, and help us to muster the strength to just reflect and hold on and keep moving on in life. And then the last but not the least, he talked about humor. Yes, they were able to find humor in camp. He made it a point of duty to help others develop a sense of humor alongside himself. There were times they just made jokes about some of the funny incidences that might happen when they leave camp and go out there, and just imaginary incidences that would just help them laugh over it, and that offered some sort of aloofness, just help them to live beyond the present. In addition to just to offering that aloofness for them, it also gave them that hope, that inner strength, that courage to hold on with the belief that they were going to be reunited to their loved ones eventually. And this is so powerful. We just need to find a way, guys. I can't emphasize this enough. We need to find a way as individuals, as human beings, to live our lives. Life is not always pleasant. That is a given. It's not always pleasant, but our attitude in such unpleasant situations is what counts. That's it, guys. Those are some of the things I thought to share with you. I just hope they are useful, and you'll be able to also find them useful when such situations present themselves to you. Even in our daily lives, there are times you might just need to maybe apply some of these things to yourself. I'm applying them. There are times I just find myself so down, and I just find a way to make myself happy, find a way to just encourage myself, give myself counsel, and just get up and keep moving, so that's it, guys. When I saw this book, the title was so captivating. I couldn't get past it, and the volume was so also encouraging, just this little book. I felt I could just sit down and read it at the go. I highly recommend this book to you. If you can lay your hands on it, please pick it and read it up. It's worth it, guys. It's worth it. Pick it up and read it. You can't be so busy. No matter how busy you are, guys, find time to read at least a book. I promise you won't regret it. It's worth it. Alright, guys, so thank you. I've been saying thank you all along. Thank you. I can't thank you enough. Please, if you've enjoyed this video, please leave a comment in the comment section down below. And if you have not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and the bell button so you don't miss out on anything we are sharing here. Thank you so much, guys. I love you all. See you in my next one. Bye.